Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 2 of the 2023 United States Women's Disc Golf Championships presented by Discraft. It is our 4th major out of 4. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hockey.
Honk.
It's major week.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's pretty major.
Yeah. And this course definitely feels like we're playing a major.
Yes.
It's a really nice mix of open and wooded. They did a great job designing the property. It's very fun to play and very good for scoring separation.
Yeah, we can see a whole lot happening here. Painting with all the colors of the wind, as I like to say. Henna, she is...
Look at that bogey eagle sandwich.
Yeah, pretty crazy. She's doing the best on our card, tied for 3rd. Missy Gannon tied for 5th. Haley King sliding down into a tie for 11th. Holly Finley having a rough go of it here in 35th right now out of 90 competitors. The back nine does play a little bit easier, though. This hole is tough to start.
Yeah, hole 10, 632 feet. It is a par 5. It is rescuable after this difficult tee shot, but there's out of bounds all the way down that left-hand side. Ideally, you just kind of take some off and chip something out into the middle off the tee. Your second shot can land anywhere around here. Your third shot over this hill into this very mulchy green where discs like to check up and give you a putt for birdie. Mostly just try to keep your disc in bounds. The only thing is that right side fairway, that right side woods line is pretty brutal if you get up on the hill.
That looks pretty solid. Henna, even catching that last tree there, is going to be in a fairly decent spot to attack for birdie. She's probably thinking eagle. All those big arms are probably thinking about getting a little greedy on this one. We did not see any yesterday, but we're going to see one, I think, before the weekend's out.
Definitely.
At least one.
Holly with a nice straight finish on her backhand.
Did we see any yesterday, actually?
No.
Okay.
Not on this one.
Holly, yeah, kind of riding that OB line, but she's going to be in a fantastic position.
I totally lied. We did.
Dang it.
We saw 4 yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Whatever. Haley gets down there really far. Really, really, really far. That was a con. Missy with a thrasher. Trying to flip it up. That is in danger. Fully in danger. And I have to go, has to go sidearm. Boy, it's hard to do this later at night.
Yeah, we're getting used to this very different schedule. We're so used to morning tee times. And we're here late. Teeing off late, too. It's weird. You have to eat 2 meals before your round.
It's strange. You don't have
Instead
to.
of none.
Not warming up at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Missy going to be OB again. Holly in a really great spot, actually, to attack for eagle if she wants to. And she wants to, but pulls it to the right. Gets the bad kick.
Goodness gracious. Holly really going through it today. Haley, on the other hand, with a great drive. No. Okay.
I mean, she's still up there for birdie, but...
Discs are just magneting to the left.
Totally a word.
What a nice recovery.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
Holly buzzes the basket and goes very deep.
Oof.
Pretty mean little roll.
Well into circle 2 for the comeback for bogey.
Henna having to throw. This is a pretty difficult anhyzer. It's a very tight angle from there.
And with a lot of trouble, you can see how close she is to pushing that out of bounds line on the left with just the slightest error.
Missy throwing 5, just trying to take her bogey and get out of here. So easy to blow by this pin. Kind of at the crest of this hill.
Haley with a super no-nonsense birdie.
It's funny, though, because it feels like she's settling for birdie.
It does.
Henna's 4th. Oof, catches a branch. She is pretty annoyed, it looks like.
She looks a little nervous on that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she's trying to run it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of height.
Holly definitely trying to run it. She goes past the basket again.
Missy, usually automatic from that distance. Very high, very right. It's going to be a double. Lead card finding a lot of trouble on this
Wow.
one. I mean, this is a hard hole, don't get me wrong, but everyone but Haley really going through it here.
Yeah, 20% of the field taking a birdie or better. There were, again, 4 eagles. Stacey
You mean again, no eagles?
Stacey Ronsley, Evelina Solonen, Holland Hanley, and Chrissy Fountain getting it. Stacey got it back-to-back days. That's baller. I think
That's
Holland
really
did
cool.
too. Yeah, lead card having a rough go of it in these first 10 holes. Kind of makes this course exciting, though. It's really showing its teeth just in a round and a half already. It's by no means easy.
Unless you're Kristen Tatar, Rebecca Cox, Deanne Carey, Evelina Solonen, and several others. Hole 11, I think, played as the easiest hole yesterday. It's a par 4, 531 feet. The only hole in the course to have OB on both sides. You can do a conservative forehand, though it's a power forehand play, or you can go huge backhand turnover. We saw Haley get past all of the OB with a huge shot. And then it's a pretty short upshot, though it can be pretty technical depending on what side of the fairway you land on. There's kind of 2 gaps you can take on the second shot. Haley goes wraith here, and nearly a carbon copy of what she threw yesterday. Maybe just a tad shorter, but it's just so good.
This is one of those holes where I had a moment today of like, oh, good to know for tomorrow, where you have to really bite off distance on this. If you go early right, you have nothing. There's no way to access the birdie. Holy moly. Henna is not early right. She is late right, so she will have a way to pitch up to the green, but yeah, I thought that you could just kind of do like a little safe short turnover with a mid. No, you really do have to get some distance off this tee shot.
Yeah, it definitely feels risky with the backhand.
Yeah, you got to push that OB line.
Yeah, you could push the OB line, or if you go late right, like if you go turnover, like Missy did it yesterday. If you keep turning to the right and push the right side OB, as long as you're far enough, it's just fine over there. Like that is fine.
But you have to be far enough. That corner is brutal.
Yeah, no. That's exactly how far you have to be to make the second shot doable. And even this, like you can see, this is a technical approach.
Holly early releases. She'll be over onto the left-hand side in circle 2 for her birdie look. This played in the top 3 easiest holes today, but not the easiest.
Missy, even a little bit farther than I thought.
Me too.
I thought she was about 20, 30 feet shorter. Makes that approach shot pretty simple.
Yeah, she freaking smushed that drive.
This definitely looks like a backhand to me, but Haley trusting her sidearm flex, and for good reason. Go with what's comfortable. Look how far Henna threw this destroyer off the tee. That's nuts.
That is
like
nuts.
Almost putting.
Another perfect little patent pending backhand.
I mean, she threw it well over 400 feet.
Yep.
Maybe 30
on
or
a
20?
turnover line too.
Yeah, she was like 100 feet away. Crazy.
Well, I guess it's a flex line technically.
Yeah. Henna taking her time on this birdie putt. Cans it. I believe that puts her to 1 over on the round. Missy for a birdie as well. Holly in for par with authority.
Yeah, kind of jabbing at him a little bit.
I mean, that's just what she does.
Yeah.
And it works. Haley, nice tap in.
Almost hitting her head legitimately on the bottom of the basket.
So with those birdies, both Henna and Haley now 1 over in a tie for third with Deanne Carey and Evelina Solonen, who are under par. Kristen Rebecca still leading the way.
I like how there's so much movement right now.
It's moving day.
Yeah.
Part 1. Moving day part 2 tomorrow.
Hole 12, 301 feet. This played as the easiest hole of the day, and you can see why. not a lot of trouble to get in. It is kind of more of a turnover route or a straight route. Those trees on the right-hand side definitely can get in your way if you try to force a hyzer to this short basket. It drops off behind, but not enough where you have to worry about it. We did have a pretty ripping headwind / left to right, so it did make accessing the green more difficult. A lot of players, I'm sure, finding circle 2, 66%, and only 34 getting to circle 1.
This one I still can't figure out. It's driving me nuts.
I think it's more of like a
turnover.
Flex.
Oh, you think it's a flex?
I think it's a flex with something overstable and that like has to hold a little bit and then just bail at the end.
Great. I'll try that tomorrow because everything I'm trying is terrible.
Yeah,
Henna with a champion Thunderbird doing exactly what you said. A little bit of a flex.
The headwind like kind of helped today too. It holds the like an overstable disc over, you know, and then just like, oops, I'm out of speed.
Oops.
Hyzer.
I like that.
This is a very typical play, right on the edge of circle 1, but with this bit of a scary putt.
It's funny, Madison first saw this hole in the dark, and so she was telling me and Evelina, like, there's this huge drop off behind it into a pit of darkness. And then we like got up there, and it's like,
4 feet.
It's a drop off.
It's 4 feet.
It drops.
Maybe.
But
it's like a gentle slope, too.
Yeah, it's very gentle.
Yeah, we were I was desperate enough to walk this course in the dark on Monday night whenever I got in. Yeah, this looked crazy.
Haley taking the woods route puts it close for her par. Missy not quite as dialed as we're used to seeing on the putting green today.
Just a little low. Kind of the classic way to miss with so much airspace behind the basket.
Yeah, it's a drop. I mean, ooh,
Whoa.
there she is.
Yes.
That is what she's known for. Give her the slow-mez. Boom.
Nice. On the pole. Only 24% of the field birdieing this one, but minimal bogeys.
Yeah, this is probably the only hole that feels absolutely terrible to bogey.
It does. 2 in a row for Henna.
Yeah, that was a great putt. Can we start calling Haley the metronome?
I was going to call it the R&B putt.
Oh, okay.
Slow, rhythmic.
I love that. R&B queen. Kind of her whole game, actually. Is looking pretty rhythm and blues. Henna gonna move back to even and now in a tie for second.
Rebecca Cox in the clubhouse, 4 down.
Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Down.
Hole 13, it's par 4, 583 feet. You are pitching up either to the left of where the camera is flying or down in that little short area. There's some logs to catch you, but you can find OB really easily. It's a very short first shot. Then you're throwing across the water, trying to climb back up this hill to the pin. Very difficult birdie. Played as one of the harder holes yesterday. You see mostly backhand approaches, but the forehand is definitely viable. And even though that kind of looks like a shank, okay, it is, but there is more options left than there is short right.
This is another hole where you're just like, every day I've played it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's another good thing to know about this hole.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish I would have played 4 practice rounds just here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, even though that looks like not a great shot from Holly, she's probably going to have an option. I wouldn't call it wide open, but she's going to have an option versus Henna probably a pitch up.
And being too far right, you have no option.
No,
well.
I know. I was way too far right. I was like short of that big tree. I think the big tree you told me that you thought it was yesterday.
Yep.
And it was awful. I had to pitch.
Yeah. Haley, we'll see what she has to work with. She might have trickled too far to the right.
That's why I don't like the forehand.
She does have a kind of magic forehand that she could get under that branch. We'll see what she does.
Yes, Missy makes a great correction from her shot yesterday. It throws a nice stable disc. I think it's a Buzz OS. She's going to be able to attack.
I never practiced a backhand up on this first shot, and I wish I would have.
Just do it tomorrow. Just send it. It's the better shot, dude.
It's so scary.
It's the better shot. This was a terrible wind. It was right to left, at least when I came through, making it
Ripping.
so hard to attack because generally it's going to be a turnover.
But also,
Ooh, look at this from Holly.
wow.
That's
also,
great.
just like any tropical weather that we're dealing with, the wind is swirling constantly. Like I tossed grass up 3 times on this hole and it was different every time.
Yeah,
So,
I look like a crazy person. The amount that I was tossing grass in the air, just 1, 2, 3,
and like
4.
putting a disc down and picking a different one up and then putting that one down, picking a different disc up. You're like, okay, I don't know. What do I do here?
Lead card making pretty good work of this. That log that they're all hitting is a pretty good landing zone, unless it picks up and rolls 40 to 60 feet down the hill. So Haley definitely has a shot here.
She has to cut the corner, but it works.
Yeah, catches some branches, but gets across. All right, some really good corrections from yesterday.
Everyone are crossing too.
Really impressive. Haley giving it a little run. And not that it matters too much, but there's this weird relief area to the right that has like a drop zone. I don't think we've seen it come into play, but
Wow.
just note that it's there. Also note, Henna, killer par save putt. Holly missing her birdie bid.
Our lead card having a round of pars. There were only 4 birdies on the day today. Kristen Tatar, Owen Scoggins, Haiti Lane, and Crystal Flores getting the 3s.
Still, generally, you're pretty happy with par on this one.
Definitely. 47% of the field taking a par, 48 taking a bogey or worse. So this one played rough today with that swirly wind.
What a putt from Hannah.
Kristen Tatar in the clubhouse with a 4 down. Her and Rebecca Cox currently tied for the hot round of the day. Hole 14, 547 feet. Plays a lot longer because of this very steep uphill shot. You have to hit that narrow gap, and ideally you want to hit it hard because the farther you are out of this gap, the more feasible the birdie is. If you just chip something out, it's impossible to reach the green. You have to at least bite off, I would say, 300 feet to put the birdie in play here. If you land short, you are on the short side of an uphill. Henna blasts past the whole hill. That's so crazy.
The whole hill.
The whole hill. She's almost on the flat side.
Yeah, with a destroyer. That was great. It is so hard to get that much height and forward momentum when you're throwing that nose up.
Holly catches those corner trees that are just right where you want to throw. It looks like she might have gotten out. We'll see what she has to work with.
Definitely birdie out of play. Haley, a little bit more stable disc than Henna. She finds that little hill.
She's
I don't
right
know what
at
to
the
call
top.
that. It's like it's
Tiny mound on top of a hill.
Mound.
She's right at the pinnacle of the mound.
Yep.
Missy on the upslope. She'll have some funky footing, but she might even be able to see the basket from there.
I think she got far enough to attack.
I thought Holly got it out to the grass, but she's having to throw from a knee in between a bunch of trees. At this point, even saving a par is going to be tough. She still probably got 325 to the basket blind.
And it's mostly, just maybe she can see the top of it, but probably not. There's one tree right behind the pin that's a really good aiming point. This was a head. No, wait.
It was a tailwind.
It was a tailwind, sorry.
Yep.
So you can see Holly's disc getting really stable.
You almost have to throw a weird, scary flex shot from that far back too to get to the basket.
And you have to throw it over the hill too. It's hard.
Yep. You see everyone error with that exact same hyzer shot that Holly just did. Missy does the same hyzer but puts it out wide enough today. Yesterday she left it a little short and left. Nice correction.
Mm-hmm. Haley on the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bullseye.
Love it. Henna just throwing standstill as well. What a drive. That's crazy.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Man, it makes this hole so easy.
Yeah, it's so hard to do what they're doing to get over that hill. So much power up the hill. It's nuts.
20% of the field getting a birdie on this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just middle of the pack difficulty. A lot of bogeys, 36% of the field. Missy Gannon, though, with one of those birdies. Nice long putt.
Henna just outside the bullseye for her birdie.
Going through the full routine.
Yeah, she keeps looking kind of nervy and
Well,
tense, but then she's putting him in
dead
there
center.
like, yep.
Yeah, she has had a couple missed putts, and it's crazy how quickly your mental game can just melt. Especially in this wind. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's not affecting you currently, you just can hear it so loud.
Missy, Henna, Haley gonna take the birdie. That's gonna be a bogey for Holly. Right over the cage for Missy there. And Henna, find yourself under par. Haley even. Missy +2. That's not too bad today. She's still in 8th. Haley tied for 3rd. And Henna tied for 1st. Hole 15, par 3, 333 feet. You are shooting to a kind of a late gap, past halfway down the hole. And I like a turnover. We've speculated that power sidearm looks like a good play, but we haven't seen anyone do it yet. We've only seen the power, like, backhand turnover play.
This was one of those holes that had crazy swirly wind, just running into that tree line. It seemed like it was going to be a majority tailwind, but then you toss some grass up and it is a left to right crosswind. Sometimes it's a headwind. It was truly nuts.
I was going to say, I think it was predominantly a tailwind, but yes, this is one where I threw the grass a lot.
Yes.
Ooh.
The flags on the right made it look like a tail. Haley, it doesn't really matter. It looks like she threw just the perfect disc.
Come on. Okay, I mean, that was a really, really good shot. I'm so glad we get to see this, actually, because it looked like it had great turn. This is an S-line FD.
I don't know if I want to see this.
She definitely gets a little lucky through these trees here.
Oh, my gosh. The corner play.
I mean, a couple feet to the left, and it truly was a perfect
I
line.
think she has to call it for it to count. Missy with a nice linear looking shot. Doesn't quite have enough steam to push through the gap, but it gets through a lot of trees.
Yeah.
We'll see what she has to work with. It looks pretty jaily on the left side over there.
It certainly is. Holly with a pretty nice line here. Center cut to circle 2.
Missy eyeing up a little tiny gap through these trees. And she gets onto the green. That's all you can really ask for from off the fairway a lot of times out here.
Holly with a super long, slightly downhill look, and it just looks like a tailwind. It pushed the disc down
Look at that wind.
at the moment.
Yeah, it's really penetrating through the gap and into the woods.
Yeah, just look at these putts just fall.
And
Hannah looks.
she's looking at the wind. You want to stare it in the face, but you can't.
Face me. Yeah. Missy, short par save attempt just outside the bullseye here. No prob. %12 of the field getting birdies here. Here's one. Nice tap in.
Oh, yeah. 13% got to circle 1, 53 got to circle 2. This green is tough to get to.
Haley really starting to string them together here. I think she's 4 down through the last 6 or something close to that. That mathematically makes more sense.
Yeah, turning on the Jets regardless of the numbers. And she'll find herself in a tie for first with Hannah Blomroos right now.
Hey everyone, I want to let you know today's video is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. NFL fans, the season is starting to heat up with big plays and even bigger wins. So I'm here to share an exciting offer for you. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets. That's right, new customers bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Whether you're a Saturday college football fan or die hard for NFL, DraftKings has betting options for you. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the chance to win cash prizes. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code JOMEZ, bet $5 on any wager, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code JOMEZ, only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, let's get back to the video.
Hole 16, another par 5, the last one of the round at 887 feet. You want to throw something out into the open. Your second shot getting through this gap, although some players can reach that gap on their first shot. Your third, somewhere out in the open here, and ideally you have around at least less than 350 to get to this green. It can be tough to access though because it goes slightly uphill and then back downhill, and there's some trees on the right-hand side that make the dummy hyzer play difficult. Also, we had a headwind, so you're always paying attention to what angle your disc is on and trying to kind of play safe here.
Boy, did we have a headwind. I don't know. When I came through, it was absolutely insane.
Okay, Hannah.
Wow. That was so far.
That's such a high risk shot and so perfectly executed dead center.
You love to see it. I like how low and spinny she kept it.
Yeah,
perfect nose angle.
You have to be like no fear of going into those woods on the right to do that shot because you're riding them the whole way in order to get to that gap.
I mean, we saw Haley trying to send it to end up on that right side. So well done to Henna. Missy going to be kind of short left, which is just fine. Holly as well.
That's the more typical mistake. That's where a lot of people on my card ended up. And it makes the second shot through the gap more tough because you're farther away. And also you have to throw more of a hyzer, not bite off as much distance.
Missy gets pretty fortunate with that kick. It's probably still going to be, just inside of 400 from there?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this. It's about as good as she could have done it, I think, from that angle.
Oof, Haley with a weird stance, really pinched off on this corner.
At least she has long legs and grace. Oh, and agility. She really has it all, doesn't she?
Erika has vocabulary.
Wow. All right. Haley King just really smoked that one up there.
After all the work you do on this hole, having that elevated basket is so rough.
Wow.
Love the hyzer flip to flat, full flight.
Yeah, kind of a bit of
disc.
Late turn as well. That is the farthest I think we've seen anyone after 2 so far. Missy's third.
Working that hyzer flip again as well, trying to stay off those trees, but still get on the green.
Yes, I was going to say it is downhill, so it's super reachable even at that, 380 distance.
Yeah, but that was huge and so impressive. So straight.
Holly, do you think closer to 350?
Yeah,
360?
maybe a little less.
Think so? Yeah, she hyzers it out and lands in circle 2. I'd be interested to see if she runs that. What do you think?
No way.
She doesn't run it?
I don't know. She does run everything.
Which way? I'll bet you. I don't care. You pick one.
I don't think she will.
Okay.
Not in this wind. Haley with a nice sidearm. She's going to have a little bit of a thinking left to do as well on the elevated basket.
I hate when I have a little bit of a thinking.
So do I. I had too much of a thinking today.
Henna pitches up her third. The easiest you're ever going to see this hole played.
That's unbelievable.
So cool.
Oh, we got a knee bid. No.
Dang it. Yes. And I owe you $2 because I never paid you from whatever else I lost yesterday.
It's the first W I have today. And it's 10 p.m.
Don't make it sad. No one wants to hear that. Haley tries to send it airballs. It has nearly the same distance on the comebacker.
Oh, man, that was buttery smooth. Just a little right. The old Birdogi.
Missy for a birdie.
Solid. And 3 down through the last 6.
Yeah.
Turning it around.
Yeah, back 9 definitely friendlier than the front. Just a lot less gaps to hit, even in the wind. Playing so much easier. Henna also 4 down through the last 6. We really like these 6-hole breakdowns.
Increments.
That's actually my favorite way to play. Instead of thinking of 2 9s, I like to think about 3 6s. I'm serious.
I know you are. I like 6 thirds.
Shut up. All right, Henna now 2 down. In solo first, even with Kristen Tatar and Rebecca Cox at that 4 down level. Haley and Missy tied it in 4th place. Hole 17, so fun. Little downhill shot. If you follow everyone's Instagrams, you saw this practice shot over and over and over again. 328 water carry. Plays as a true island. There is a drop zone nearly at the edge of circle 2 if you don't land safe. Ripping headwind on this one. I think a lot of ladies probably disking up. We saw a lot of mid-ranges yesterday and some fairway drivers. There's a left gap you can take that kind of pushes the left side OB. The right side is safer but brings more trees into play. So you can kind of do whatever you want. And Henna chooses to nearly park it with a Champion Rock X3. Great shot.
Yep, player's choice on this hole. So many options. You could probably get every disc in your bag to this green too. Putters included.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Missy's trying to work that headwind, starting on a lot of hyzer, but that Undertaker does not flip. She's going to be out of bounds.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize how close it is
so
over
close.
there.
It's so
Wow.
close. Yeah, that's why the right side is, I don't know. It's both smarter and
I've been playing like
I've
been playing like a neutral / maybe a little flippy mid and
Same.
just petering over to the right side, having a long putt.
That's what I like. But today, yeah, I definitely stabled up to a fairway driver, but still neutral, because if you have anything stable, it can
skip.
find that left side so fast,
Yeah,
so quickly.
It's so tight. We had a headwind, but you
No.
couldn't. You couldn't tell from the tee pad. I just couldn't get a wind read at all, so it felt like a little bit of a throw and hope situation here that it wasn't too bad of a wind.
Oh wow! When I came through, it was
You could feel
the
it.
worst headwind.
Oh,
Oh my
we
gosh!
couldn't feel it, but
It's
then
gonna blow us over.
But then when you got down here, look at it.
Yeah.
It was just like this. Ooh, Mitzi tries to float one in on the wind.
yeah, you really liked that one. What a gasp!
Thought it was going in.
No. Ooh, nature
Pretty.
cam.
Yeah. Holly swimming. Giving it a run, but not quite in the right direction.
I think the wind just kind of
Took control.
kept that one up and to the right. Henna, about 18 feet for a birdie.
Yes. God, she's looking solid on the green.
Yeah, especially in the last 3 holes.
Yep, not. And that's what's important.
That is what we strive for. Holly with kind of an awkward comeback around that rock with that huge tree in the way. Couldn't come up short.
Almost 20% of the field birding this one, 25 with a bogey, 50 with a par. Really nice scoring spread on this island hole. So solid.
Haley's struggling here, and I think you said birdogey on the last one, but it was a par save to a double.
Oof.
So yeah, really rough couple of holes for Haley to finish. Hopefully she can turn around on this final one.
Hole 18, 526 feet, a very daunting tee shot over this relief area that does not count as a stroke, but plays as an OB bunker area. You want to throw a hyzer with something a little bit faster that finishes out ideally in the middle. It doesn't necessarily make the second shot any easier, though. It's really low ceiling. It's a very sharp left to right angle, very late in the flight. Forehand seems like the right play, but it doesn't always help you get to the green unless you throw
Wow.
a drive like this. It's so good.
That is so far. So much spin.
She might be a little pinched, though, on the
just
right.
Just a bit.
You almost have to finish short side.
Champion Thunderbird. I mean, but you would take that every time.
Oh, yeah,
that
no
was
doubt.
amazing.
Especially because this is what can happen. And that left side from experience today is so brutal.
Yeah, and I mean, all you can really do is get through the gap there, and then it's so hard to save a par. Nearly impossible.
Nice. Holly finally has a little something going her way.
Wow, did you see that huge branch she just took down?
Yeah.
I landed in a similar spot. It really hard to reach the green, but hopefully an easy par for Holly to finish.
Haley,
wow.
perfect. That's so good. I've never seen a better shot. That's on this hole.
Yeah, that was a T-bird 3, and agreed. That was phenomenal.
She's in perfect placement. Missy just trying to get back out to the fairway here. Par, I don't want to say par's out of the equation, but
so
par's out of
hard.
the equation.
It would take
a throw in,
yeah,
a really long putt.
or just the most amazing third shot we've ever seen.
I just don't know if you can get there.
If you cheat the corner, you can. You have to get lucky. Like Holly's trying to cheat the corner right now. And it had the speed on it.
Did.
But yeah, there's no true gap over there.
Let's see what Missy does. Okay.
She's trying.
Oh. Wow.
Pretty solid.
I didn't know that was an option. That's awesome.
I mean, it's not the best option.
But it worked. She's what, circle 2 edge?
Yeah, maybe just outside. Haley, so far.
And look how tricky this
Dang.
approach still
yeah,
is.
you got to go high and hyzered.
But there's a
and
low
still
hanging,
get a skip. It's tough.
there's a low hanging branch that kind of takes away the dummy hyzer. You almost have to come in right behind
Yeah.
it.
And again, that's the best shot we've ever seen, and Haley's still struggling on that approach shot.
And look at what Hannah has to do just even out in the grass.
What a strange long kneel that was. Pretty good shot though.
Yeah, it worked as well as it can.
The old long kneel.
Classic. Look that one up in the disc golf dictionary.
Oh yeah.
The second most difficult hole of the day, that's just utterly from lack of birdies. Well, actually, it's from a lot of bogeys as well in the FPO field.
Nice little touch forehand from Holly. It's nice to see her develop that skill.
Yeah, 60% of the field taking a bogey or worse here. Whew.
Whew,
18
is right.
wrecking, folks.
Missy just outside circle 2, looking like she's giving that a go. Hyzer's out, leaves herself, I don't know, I like 18 feet. My go-to.
Only 3 people got to circle 1 for a birdie. 21% of the field got to circle 2.
Circuit 2.
Hannah, one of those. A little half bid.
Finishing with a par feels great.
It
and
does.
I mean, Hannah, her last 8 holes were pretty phenomenal. Overall, really great back nine to get under par. Very impressive.
Haley, for the only other birdie look on the lead card, there was only 2 birdies today. Owen Scoggins and Allie Smith.
Oh, awesome. What a way to finish. I know Allie finished 2 under today, which is anything under par is so good.
Oh,
particularly today.
gosh.
And you know, we haven't seen too many rolls other than Holly had that one really bad one, but there are so many out here.
Oh, that's so brutal that this one's for a double.
Mm-hmm. So mean. Don't even think about it.
Oh my gosh.
Tough break for Missy.
God, what a way to end the round with a bad taste in your mouth.
Holly, little too far to the right on her par save. Coming back a similar distance for bogey. Oh man, my heart hurts for her. We all have.
This was a hard round to watch.
Yeah, we all have bad days. You know, it happens. I have more than most of these ladies regularly. So, you know, I feel for them.
Man. Major week, especially at the end of the year after a few events in a row, and the mental fatigue is real. Have mercy.
So Haley, I believe 1 down on the back nine. Hannah, I think 4 down on the back. Very impressive. Holly lives to fight another day. We got 2 more rounds.
We sure do. Lots of room left to birdie. We are going to have to deal with some rain tomorrow on top of some more tropical wind. Henna going to hold on to that first place spot right now with a 3 down round. That's so solid. Way to fight back. She's going to be 2 ahead of Kristen Tatar in the clubhouse with a 4 down and the hot round tied with Rebecca Cox, who's in 3rd place. Evelina Salonen going to wrap up our lead card. And what a solid round 3 lead we get to watch tomorrow.
And so cool to see Rebecca jump 11 spaces up and Evelina 10. Like, that is abnormal and very cool.
Yes.
And just shows anyone can have a good day. Look at Holland. She moved up 27 places. So did Danny Clyden with their 4 downs to match the hot round.
That is crazy.
It is so unusual to see so much movement on day 2 and just shows anything can happen the next couple days.
And how awesome this course really can be. It's your classic North Carolina wooded course that keeps things exciting.
Sure does.
We've got 2 more rounds at this major event, so please come hang out with us for round 3. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hotkeys.
Honk.